This is Mission Control. Please confirm you have Zenith prepped and ready.
Copy. Steelman has the package ready. Over.
Roger that. You have the green light to test Zenith. Be advised that you'll be riding solo until the maintenance crew arrives. Expected ETA is 47 hours.
Steelman copies all, Houston. Over and out. Wakes, do you copy?
Loud and clear.
Ready to start testing Zenith systems.
Copy that. Let's start with Zenith's propulsion system to move around. It should feel easy to navigate, responsive, and precise.
Done. System is in working order.
Perfect. Now, try the vertical movement controls. They should feel equally responsive.
Everything seems good on my end.
Good job. This is looking promising. Now, test the new space NVS. Make a loop around the space station to test in different lighting conditions.
On it. Vision system is working perfectly. Visibility is calibrated and clear. Over.
Perfect. That's all we need to test for now. We'll be analyzing the information from the onboard sensors. Until then, head back to the ISS and sit tight.
Copy all. Thanks for the heads up. Steelman out. Just perfect. Houston, the cargo containers have come loose.
Copy. Make sure to stow them safely per mission protocols.
That was easy.
Steelman, it looks like we are detecting radiation patterns that exceed our predictions. Can you gather a sample of the radiation levels just outside the station? You should use the onboard alpha magnetic spectrometer on Zenith.
Copy, Houston. We'll get on in now. Are the radiation readings approaching dangerous levels?
As far as we know, that is a negative, Steelman. But please, get us those samples ASAP.
Thought it'd be harder. Two down, two to go. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Houston, I just collected all the samples. We'll be sending the analysis over the uplink. Over.
Houston copies all. Wakes has something for you on Alpha Epsilon Zulu.
Steelman, sorry for the interruption.
I was just wrapping up.
I need you to test the Canadarm. It looks like the upcoming crew will need it on arrival. And scheduled maintenance is, overdue 2 weeks.
Copy. I'll get to that as soon as I send these samples to Houston. Over. Why am I the one cleaning up the mess? Canadarm seems to be operational.
Great job. The simulation has prepared you well. Try moving some cargo from Columbus to Leonardo to test the joints. Excellent work. Appreciate your assistance with that. I think Houston has something for you on the main channel.
Sorry to interrupt. It looks like, we might have slightly undershot our orbital decay predictions. We are working on recalibrating the extrapolation algorithm. You will have to activate the orbital re-entry boosters in... give me 1 sec. No later than 78 minutes.
Roger that. I'll get the Z1 truss refueled and the thrusters operating in 10. First step is moving the fuel containers to the Z1 truss. Should be a piece of cake with the Canadarm. Now, the only thing missing is activating the orbital boosters via the Kibo module.
Auxiliary boosters activated. Correcting orbit to optimal level.
I think it's time to call it a day. Houston, I'm clocking out for the day. The nav comp will let me know if any emergencies happen.
Roger that. Hope you can catch some sleep. Tomorrow we'll need you at your peak. Houston out.
Day 1 on the station, and the only thing that's worked is the test on Zenith. Everything else has been a cleaning and fixing issue here and there. It's almost as if the previous crew had sloppily packed up. On the bright side, it served as a warming exercise, although I can't imagine having to continue doing this for the rest of my shift. It's like a video game, a typical errand boy being told exactly what to do. Who am I to complain, though? All the training sure did pay off. This was exactly what I wanted to do. I guess it's hard to set expectations, as I'm new here, but hopefully tomorrow will be more interesting. With a little luck, I'll be able to get into the nitty-gritty Zenith, which is the main reason I'm here.
Detected malfunction in solar array 3 and 4. Batteries running at 20% capacity.
How long until battery depletion?
T-minus 32 minutes.
Spectacular. Houston, I think we have a problem. Houston, do you copy?
Yes, apologize for the delay. It looks like we might have a situation here.
I know. Half of the solar array is completely unresponsive. I woke up to it this morning. If you can call it that. Please advise.
Yeah. Do what you can to patch it up.
What do you mean, do what you can? Main power's gonna be cut off in 30 minutes.
Follow standard procedure. We'll have more momentarily. Houston out.
Houston, I need you to be more specific. Friggin' spectacular. Wakes, you there? Do you copy?
Steelman. No copy, Steelman. Could you repeat that? I think there's a problem with the comms.
What is going on today? Speak of Mercury retrograde or Murphy's Law. Not that I believe in such things. Navcomp, check if there's a malfunction with the uplink to Earth.
Troubleshooting initiated.
As for the solar arrays, if I'm not mistaken, I need to physically inspect the arrays, which means another spacewalk, and then fiddling with the doohickeys. How did this happen? Looks like some sloppy work while docking. That should do the trick.
Energy restored to optimal level. Troubleshooting completed. Satellite uplink is fully operational and connection with Houston has been re-established.
Why is no one responding?
There is an emergency currently in place in the continental United States. The uplink is picking up a transmission from the EAS satellite network.
Play transmission.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Citizens are advised to take the following steps. Stay alert to news media events or local emergency alert notifications. Avoid contact with the infected. If evacuation is impossible, move indoors and initiate in-place sheltering. Use a gas mask, or if none are available, cover your mouth and nose with a clean cloth that has been soaked with a solution of 1 cup water and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Also, cover bare skin and make sure that cuts and abrasions are covered. If exposed, remove clothes and seal in a plastic bag. Immediately wash off using copious amounts of warm, soapy water or a diluted 10-to-1 bleach solution. Since biological agents are being used to combat the outbreak, be sure to shut the windows and air intake vents to your shelter. If possible, stay upwind from the source of biological agents. Seek medical attention as quickly as possible after coming into contact with the infected or a biological agent. If evacuated, do not return home until local authorities say it is safe. Upon arriving home, open up all the windows and doors to provide natural ventilation. Do not attempt to try mechanical ventilation, such as electric fans, as an explosive threat may be present. Find out from local authorities how to clean up your land and property. Discard food and water supplies that were impacted by the hazardous material contamination. This is the emergency broadcast system.
What the hell is going on? Houston, do you copy? I'd better get in touch with Katie and the kids. It's alright. No point in dwelling over it, though.
Reminder, check samples of water filtration system.
Right.
Analyzing sample. Sample analyzed. Contaminants are below the threshold for safe consumption.
What's the experiment module to-do list?
The following systems require testing or review: Automated Telescope Array, EcoStress, Orbiting Carbon Observatory 3, ISS Rapid Scan, Solar, and MAXI.
What are eco-stress readings looking like at this time of year?
Data readings show a global flora temperature mean of 22.35 degrees Celsius with a standard deviation of 5.44. Data varies heavily by region. See console for details.
Calibration should be easy. Just follow the steps of the manual. Eco-stress? Check. Now, as for cats, I should probably check the Kibo module. Perfect. Finally got it.
Steelman, do you copy? We apologize for the comms blackout. The U.S. is currently in a state of national emergency.
What's going on?
It looks like a pandemic has been spreading in the continental U.S. and around the globe. It's hard to say where it's heading, but we're taking extra precautions so that it does not interrupt our operations. We'll have to schedule routine radio connection intervals. Your mission is still a green light. Keep testing Zenith, and anything else Wakes throws at you, plus regular scientific ops. We expect the cleanup crew to be delayed due to extra security precautions. You'll be on your own for at least the next week or two.
Keep me posted with that.
Copy that. We'll be in touch with more soon. Houston out.
I have to get my mind off of things and continue with the mission. I can't stop thinking of Katie and the kids. She hasn't responded to my email, but they're probably alright. I hope so. I'm conflicted on whether to believe in Occam's razor or in Murphy's Law. If I don't hear from them tomorrow, I'll try and call them, although the uplink hasn't been fully implemented with non-official comms. The bigger question is what exactly is happening on Earth? The EAS warning didn't have any info, but according to Houston, there's a pandemic going on. I'll have to check tomorrow if the uplink can tune into civilian frequencies from our current position. It seems unlikely, but we did pick up the EAS signal. Hopefully tomorrow will bring more answers.
Steelman, do you copy?
Loud and clear.
I have Dr. Wakes on the line for you.
Steelman, it looks like we have an incoming satellite that is, orbiting close to the station. It requires circuit board maintenance since we have detected faults in its base firmware.
Copy. Should I replace the board entirely?
Roger. If it's not a simple fix, use one of the replacement modules from Leonardo. Maintenance boosters should have the sat sync with the ISS's orbit.
You're cleared to exit the Quest airlock whenever you're ready.
Copy, Houston. We'll have more soon. Steelman out. damage. Come on, focus on the mission. This should be pretty straightforward.
James. It's nice to hear from you all the way from space. Fortunately, we are doing well. I didn't want to interrupt your mission with worries and paranoia. The world has been surging with cases of this new African rabies. I'm not so sure about it, but the government has very recently started to make a big deal about it. There was this crazy man they caught in our neighborhood. Apparently, he was infected, right next to the Millers. He attacked our mailman. Luckily, the police apprehended him quickly, but the mailman had some nasty bite marks afterwards and had to be rushed to the emergency room. I have bought the phalanx medication, which has been proven as an effective immunity medication. And after a little bit of storytelling, I got both Carl and Olivia to take it. They've also dismissed in-person school and are doing their coursework remotely. Luckily, this seems to have made it much easier to keep an eye on them. I want to stress that you shouldn't worry about us. Please, stay focused on your mission. I know what you're doing is super important. Love, Katie.
Oh, Katie. That's a relief. But African rabies? What is she talking about? Navcomp, do you have any other EAS transmissions?
Affirmative. There is one on the same channel.
Play it on a loudspeaker.
While there is still no word on a cure for the virus, government officials report the virus is not airborne, but can be transferred through contact with blood and other bodily fluids. The virus seems to be making people uncontrollably violent, and also somehow seems to be reanimating the dead. When asked, a White House spokesman declined to comment on whether or not this was a terrorist attack. Due to the violent nature of the ones infected, the virus is spreading rapidly. Government officials are reporting that there is no known cure for the virus, and is urging citizens to stay in their homes and avoid contact. Citizens are also urged to lock and barricade all doors, windows, and any other point of entry. Riots nationwide are prompting local governments to declare martial law. The president is asking that citizens find safety and remain calm. Authorities are working on a plan to contain the outbreak.
Wow. Well, we are way in over our heads.
Steelman, it looks like we, might have problems with intermittent communications. The power grid is experiencing shortages, and, auxiliary power isn't enough to maintain the uplink. We'll be providing updates at least every 24 hours. We're working on restoring full communications. Houston out.
Houston, do you copy?
Uplink connection with Houston has been lost. Currently, only low-frequency transmissions are being detected by the uplink. Incoming transmission from 1.32 kilohertz frequency.
Better check the cupola. That might be Wakes. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Is anyone out there? We're survivors held up in a warehouse. The zombies have overrun the city. Supplies are running short.
This is Steelman, officer in charge of the International Space Station.
Please, we need help.
Hello? They can't hear
We're almost out of food. The zombies have been beating on the doors day and night for weeks now. I'm not sure
What?
how long we can keep them out. Hello? We need help.
What is going on?
The ISS is one of the greatest marvels of human engineering. We are talking about an orbital platform so large it could be seen from Earth with the naked eye. It had taken 16 countries over 10 years, a couple hundred spacewalks, and more money than anyone without job security would admit to finally complete her. What would it take to build another one, if another one could ever be built? Even more important than the station was the incalculable and equally irreplaceable value of our planet's satellite network. Back then, there were over 3,000 in orbit, and humanity depended on them for everything from communications to navigation, from surveillance to something even as mundane yet vital as regular and reliable weather prediction. This network was as important to the modern world as roads had been in ancient times, or as rail lines during the industrial age. What would happen to humanity if these all-important links just started dropping out of the sky? Our plan was never to save them all. That was unrealistic and unnecessary. All we had to do was concentrate on the systems most vital to the war effort. Just a few dozen birds that had to remain aloof. That alone was worth the risk of staying.